And welcome back. Final segment here on Home Track Heroes as we are celebrating the Interstate Battery Hornet Division here with their 50-lap main event, the Hornet Nationals. And we are currently at lap 31. Got a caution cleaned up. And we're going to get back down trackside and get this thing back underway with Dawson Cox in the 7D car in the lead behind our Speedway Chevrolet pace car. And actually, yeah, we are on lap 31, so got that one right. And we'll get that thing parked and we'll get this thing back underway. It has been it's been a pretty interesting race. We've had a car straddling the fence. Peyton Hopp in the 16.
Back up in the 10th spot.
Yeah,
huh?
No kidding. Good job,
Peyton. You know what? And a great job by the tow truck guys because they got that thing off there without causing any damage. And
exactly
Peyton's
right.
worked his way back into a top 10 finish right now.
Yeah, you just got to love the crew of people that come out here each and every
Cascade
Saturday.
push truck people were there helping out. And those guys are the best.
They are. Okay, let's get this thing wrapped up here on Home Track Heroes. Let's go inside Jamie Corbett's number 76 car. See a couple of main event win stickers on the dashboard of that car. Very nice, clean layout inside that thing. Lots of protection all around him.
You can see the roll bar system, overhead, that red tubing. And then right in front is a piece of padding. So if somehow he should move forward in a big-time crash and hits that bar, the damage to his skull won't be quite as bad. That's an energy-absorbing material to make that contact a little bit better. You don't want to do that, but at least he does have that. And it's another parts of the race car where he might be able to come in contact with
Jamie having a battle with the 81 of Bobby Fisher onto his right side, dispatched with Fisher on that last lap and back underway and makes that transition up onto the 3/8 course. It is still all Dawson Cox with some pretty impressive lap times. Fastest car out on the racetrack by not a little, by a lot. Turned 25.245 on that last lap. Lap 32 is what we've got in the books with 18 to go. I did that math pretty good. Math gets easier as the race winds down.
That's right.
I've always noticed that.
No, you're right. And that we're just seeing some great action going on there, with our points. Brendan Terrio, who is a points leader right there. Got Corbett with him. The Tanner Emery, who's run a great race, is fourth in the point standings at this point. So you're seeing him trying to get for every little bit of it. Nick Beecher's still hanging in.
He is.
What,
Good
that
job,
ninth
Nick.
spot, something like
Yeah.
that. So we don't see him in this car a lot. He's got his street stock now, and that's his primary focus. We'll see him next week.
That's right.
In the Northwest Motorsports street stocks. And those guys, the street stock division has put on some great main events so far this year.
Speedway Chevrolet Pro late models will be back in action. And is it going to be the 37D of Dario Redditch or the number 12C of Chad Fitzpatrick? Those have been the guys that have been putting on the clinics all season long. Good to have them back out there. Good to see those guys getting wins. And it's going to be a pretty interesting week. But we've still got 15 to go here on this edition of Home Track Heroes. Sure appreciate, once again, all of you people that are checking this thing out. It's getting a lot of people have been able to kind of find out what this joint, what we've known for years and years and years about how cool, how versatile Evergreen Speedway is we've used pretty much every track that we have, with the exception of the 5/8. The Arkham Menard Series West was here, ran 100 lap on the 5/8, and you probably saw that on NBC SN a couple of weeks ago. But we've done the best we can with what we've had to work with, and it's been fun this year.
Lots and lots of classes of stock cars, from beginners and kids that are 11, 12, 13, all the way up into our pro late models. Open wheel sprint cars, that Granite Series, our Granite Construction guys, they have done a great job with that. Drifting, big time. And so there's a little bit of everything. Demo derbies, fireworks, normal times, some great food, some beverages. Go down to Turn 1 Beer Garden, have a cocktail. We just got to make sure that, 2021, everybody gets off the couch and gets back out here.
Yeah, and I'm sure that they will, because this place, for many, many people over 67 years this place has been going, have made Saturday nights their customary hangout here at Evergreen Speedway, and it's been difficult for everybody. I mean, let's not kid each other, but it's so cool what this track has done, especially with what we're doing with Home Track Heroes.
Well, and when you think about it, an event that we did a few years ago, we started listing drivers who ran at Evergreen Speedway
Yeah.
and started the Daytona 500. And I think, what was it, 42
It was
drivers?
a lot. Yeah, it was a
I
full
mean,
field.
shocked me.
Yeah.
Shocked me. 42 drivers that have started the Daytona 500 have participated here at Evergreen Speedway in some kind of a stock car, a truck, that sort of
And
thing.
many who have won at Daytona.
Uh-huh.
And that's
Including
pretty
that
cool.
awesome Bill from Dawsonville.
Yeah, that was in Derek Cope. He's done a ton of laps here over the years, too. So 10 laps to go to wrap up our Interstate Battery Hornet Nationals. Dawson Cox still leading it. Look at Brendan Terrio, proving why he is your point leader coming into this 2020 season, as he's quietly and very impressively moved his way up into the second spot. Nice job, too. Probably the race of the year for Tanner Emery in the number 7 car. Or excuse me, number 70 car. Calvin Miller still hanging in tough there. You can see Miller and Emery having a nice battle there.
Beecher started in the 4th spot, fell out of the top 10, had maybe some off-course excursions, whatever, has worked his way back up into that 7th spot. So a great job of working himself through traffic.
Steve Hatch in the 10th spot. Dan Miller running 9th, as Tom mentioned. Nick Beecher moving up about a position every couple of laps, which is kind of how this is supposed to work. There's Jamie Corbett having as Jamie Corbett usually does, pretty impressive run in his number 76 car as he makes that transition. But man, look at the lead of Dawson Cox. He is on another time zone, that young man is, and just continues to impress no matter what type of what class he's running in. Great year for young
And if you
Mr.
look
Cox.
at the times that are up there,
Cox,
Cox is just setting the fastest time every flipping lap that he's out front. So he's doing a really, really nice job. And I guess he's taking no prisoners, as they say.
Yeah,
You know?
and you know what's impressive too? I was just thinking to last week when we had the Stinger 8s on, and Cody Hoops got into Dawson's Stinger 8 car and won the main event there too. So in addition to be incredibly talented behind the wheel, he's got some pretty good advice leaning on him about how to set up cars and to be able to communicate on what he wants.
Hoops said about Dawson Cox?
What?
And they asked him, remember, they said, Cody, what happens if you wreck it? And he said,
Yes.
Dawson wrecks way more than I do.
Way
So
more, yeah.
brotherly love. There's that, launch that you talked about last week as they come off at turn 4. You get off too high, you go over the edge. That's where the asphalt of the 5/8, the big 5/8 mile racetrack, and the 3/8 meet.
Calvin Miller now up into that 3rd spot. He and Jamie Corbett had a pretty good battle there, and they've got a little bit of time left as we wrap this one down to continue that battle, as we're going to have 3 laps to go when Dawson Cox makes his way across the start-finish line in that different time zone, different planet that he's on, with just some incredible lap times. Although Brendan Terrio is kind of catching up lap time-wise with him, just not enough time in the race with the lead that Dawson Cox has. But Brendan Terrio will come out of this thing with a pretty healthy points lead, and you can get on to evergreenspeedway.com if you're so choose to and check out different points differences in who's where in whatever division you choose to. Check it out by getting on to evergreenspeedway.com.
We've talked about the flat 5th mile. We've talked about the 3/8, the boot, the courses we can do. We haven't talked about the 5/8 mile racetrack because we haven't run it this year and will not be running it this year. But the reason there is a 5/8 mile racetrack here, that used to be a dirt horse track.
That's right.
About 70 years ago, and some people got together with the county and talked them into putting some pavement on it. And for many, many years, it was the 5/8 and the flat 5th mile. The 3/8 came much, much later.
Nice move by Jamie Corbett. White flag out. One more to go for Dawson Cox. Dawson is going to win this thing pretty handily. And look at the move by Jamie Corbett. Got by the 49 of Miller, who looks like he's really got some issues. So that will help him out a ton as Jamie Corbett is working his final lap. We should be getting up front. There it is. Checkered flag out. And what a run for Dawson Cox, your 2020 Interstate Battery Hornet Nationals winner. We're going to bring him up to the Angel of the Winds winners platform. We'll hear what's on their mind, and I think something kind of special when Dawson Cox gets out of his number 7D cars. You can hear him celebrating
A little throttle response
there.
there,
He is
huh?
right there in the number 7 car. He'll bring it up to the front where he should be, and we'll go Brandy Chavez, who's done a phenomenal job. Thanks, Brandy, for being here. You too, Kyler. Good job, both of you. Let's hear what they had to say at the Angel of the Winds.
All right, your 2020 National Hornet Champion in 3rd place tonight, Jamie Corbett. How was that race out on the boot tonight?
Oh man, that was a tough track. I really don't like the access road because there's no room to pass. But people played nice and it went pretty smoothly actually. Other than one guy on the wall, but I guess there's always somebody, right?
And what would you need to get to victory lane tonight in 1st place?
Nitrous, 4-wheel drives. I don't know. It's really, everyone's such a good driver and have well-built cars that it really just comes down to how your car wants to react for the night. And mine just wasn't quite there, but I still had a ton of fun.
All right, who do you need to thank for getting the 76 car to the track today?
I want to thank my buddy Paul Peterson. He's done a lot of work the last couple of weeks. Cole Radin Racing, 2 Girls in a Leaf, Wellness Solutions, Brandy Hood Promotions. I appreciate all you guys. Bobby Black, the Rev. You know, if it weren't for all the family and friends, I definitely would not be here.
All right, Jamie Corbett, P3 tonight. All right, standing here in Angels of the Wind Victory Circle here with Brendan Terrio in the number 54 car. 2nd place tonight. How was that race on the shoe tonight?
Well, they threw it at us like last minute, said, hey, by the way, guys, just so you know, you're running the boot. Didn't give us time to adjust tire pressure or really anything, just in practice. They told us before practice, but it was actually a pretty clean race considering that track is normally a survival race. They normally try to go 4 wide, as you can see, Peyton Manning up on the wall there. It's always a nasty race. It's trying to fit a lot of cars through a very small space, and I can tell you today the track was slimy. It was slick. It was slick. Once your tires heated up, it was over. You weren't stopping fast, you weren't going fast, you weren't turning fast, so you just had to really map everything out, foresee what was going to happen, develop in front of you, and just plan for it in advance.
All right, who do you need to thank tonight?
Hey, I want to thank Brandy Hood Promotions, Happy Cookies and Cakes, man, all my family at Raritan Racing. Shout out to John at J2, just sold me a late model, so we're going to see if I can, going from the bottom class to top class, we'll see if I can figure out how to drive it. Native Coin, Dave Weaver for being always been my pits, Royce Tanner, Jessica Tanner, Garrett Terrio, my wife Michelle, just everybody out here that makes it happen. Great team.
All right, your 2020 National Hornet Champion in 2nd place, Brendan Terrio.
Ow!
All right, your Interstate Batteries 2020 National Hornet Champion, Dawson Cox in the 7D. How was that boot race out there today?
This is by far my favorite Hornet track. It brings it back to the driver. You can have the best car, but it's just a driver course and makes it fun. I'd like to thank Malcolm for helping me. I got lucky a few spots there. He passed away this week due to natural causes, and I painted the hood to match it, so as a memorial to him and his paint scheme. He ran out here, did a bunch of figure eights back in the day. He's a good guy, good family friends with him. Sad to see him go, and I know he'll be missed by everyone. And I hope that the Erglers and the Limburgs and everybody's doing all right.
And any special shout outs for you tonight, Dawson?
Everybody that helped me get the car here and make it fast throughout the day. I can't do without them. John Bender, Dave Riddell, and my dad, Steve, of course, and just everyone for giving me the opportunity to come out here and have some fun.
All right, Dawson, a little something special for you today for being the 2020 National Hornet Champion in the Interstate Batteries. Got you a nifty little t-shirt here.
Oh, sweet.
Wear it proudly, champ. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, good job. And a couple of things that I got. Jamie Corbett, Mask of the Year, by far.
Yeah.
By far. Well done, Jamie. And Dawson, you couldn't have put, that kid just continues to impress. He really handled Malcolm well. I don't know if I could have done as well as he did, because we lost one of the good ones, and rest in peace, my friend. Good show tonight. That was kind of fun. You know, we saw, you know, I check every Saturday, get on to my laps and race monitor and all that, and kind of see how things are going when I can't make it out. And I think, boy, how are we going to get ready for this? And I had fun. It was fun racing tonight, and that's the way it's supposed to be.
No, you're absolutely right. And next week we're going to see a little bit of everything. You know, we've got the Speedway Chevrolet Pro Late models, the top of the line, so to speak, in terms of race cars. Frank Radio, Outlaw Figure 8s. I think that'll be good. Interstate Battery Youth Hornets, Stinger 8s. We're going to have the Super Stock Figure 8s, and of course the Northwest Motorsports Street Stock. So big show next week.
Yep, and Brendan Terrio going to go into a late model. That's going to be pretty fun. All right, as we wrap this up, thank you, Tom, for being here. Thank you to Derek, and thank you to Curtis for producing it for us, all the people that help out here at Evergreen Speedway each and every Saturday. These people that you see on your screen right now are the ones that make it all happen for us. So tell them you heard about them at Evergreen Speedway. For Tom Glithero, I'm Steve Mortland. We'll see you next Sunday here, Home Track Heroes on CW11.
Thanks for watching Evergreen Speedway's Home Track Heroes on CW11. Join us next week for more great racing from Evergreen Speedway.